Welcome back to 6 News at 6. Chief Meteorologist Matt Farrell out here live at Leo Buckley Stadium in Killeen, where Midway is in town to take on the Knights of Harker Heights. Game time is going to be at 7:30. You can see the Knights getting ready right behind me. It's going to be a nice night for some football because we are dealing with some very nice weather. Of course, it's been in the lower 90s, upper 80s, but it hasn't felt as humid as it has the last few weeks, so it's actually been pretty decent. But before we talk about our own weather, do want to get a quick update on what's going on in the southeast right now. So let's take a look at the graphics. We're going to take a look here at post-tropical cyclone Helene. So of course came on shore on the Florida coast last night. Lots of destruction, lots of devastation there. But again, flooding rains have kind of been the norm throughout the day. Not only just through Georgia, but up into Tennessee and Kentucky as well. And you can see as some of that energy from Helene gets kind of trapped in this upper level low pressure system we've been looking at, you can see rain all the way from Little Rock all the way back towards Norfolk. And again, take a look at now. This is now, where are we? We're about 20 hours after landfall, and we're still seeing winds of 35 miles per hour there in northern Kentucky. So that means we actually had tropical storm force winds moving through the state of Tennessee. That's how far inland those tropical storm force winds made it. Now, looking at our totals for the day, again, very different story. Blue skies, we did make it to 90, but it was a comfortable 90. 56 is where we started the day, so we made it 34 degrees of warming throughout the day today. And I mentioned it the other day, that's what you get here during the fall. Once the air starts drying out, it does cool off nicely at night, and we have no problem warming up in the afternoon. Out there right now, 88 in Temple, 88 in Marlin, 87 in Waco, 85 right now in Meridian, so a little bit cooler in our northwestern counties. But overall, again, once you factor in a few of the other factors like the relative humidity, which, by the way, looking at our map here, is only in the 27 to 30% range across the area. That is dry, quite a bit drier than we were experiencing during the heat of the summer. And of course, we still have that northerly breeze about 10 to 15 miles per hour across the area. So that brings in even a little bit more of a comfort factor as well. Again, otherwise just a gorgeous evening across the area. And so as we take a look at where we're headed tonight, you're going to see by tomorrow morning, it's going to be another morning spent in the upper 50s, lower 60s. So more of the same there, very comfortable. Again, Saturday morning coffee on the patio. I think it's a great idea. Tomorrow afternoon, we might add a degree or two. It's not going to be a whole lot different than it was today. So again, still pretty comfortable. Again, there's the difference between a hot 90 and a comfortable 90. We're getting the comfortable 90s right now. So great news all around there. As far as where we're headed from there, we're going to stay above the average. Again, take a look here, about 4 degrees above average for Saturday and Sunday. And then we're going to see those numbers go up into next week as well. Take a look there. Monday, 6 degrees above the seasonal average, 8 degrees above the seasonal average on Tuesday. And even still, even with all that, I still would make the argument that these are going to be pretty comfortable temperatures when you factor in the ambient situation. Again, the drier air and those breezy conditions. After that, though, we're going to see a break. We're going to see it come back into the lower 90s, and there is some data, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but we could be watching a little bit of a reinforcing cold front coming in towards the end of next week and next weekend that could bring us back into the 80s. Other than that, abundant sunshine, lower 90s, mid 90s as we head on towards Tuesday. And then again, there is that little bit of a drop for your Wednesday and your Thursday. That's a look at your weather. Let's send it over.